Welcome back to RobMotive. So let's talk about next generation new Toyota Tacoma availability. I don't think I'm going to be able to get one anytime soon, but there's some other things to consider too. First of all is availability. You know, right now I have a new car on order, a Toyota. It's a Prius, I know, what? But anyway, if you want to know more about that, check out my other channel, it's hybrid driven. I have this on order. I grabbed this thing out of allocation thinking I'd be able to get it rather quickly because it was already in the pipeline, right? No, it's been about a month and a half. I'm still waiting and I've been tracking it online and some weird things are happening. I don't know. I'm not holding out much hope that I'll have it before the end of July. We shall see. But I think you can look at that and kind of compare it to what we're going to have, the situation we're going to have with Toyota Tacoma availability. I think that they're going to show up in allocation much like they do now, but you're really going to have no idea when and maybe what you're actually going to get. Price-wise, it's going to be insane. I'm here to tell you that there are still aftermarket additions being added to the cost of a new Toyota Tacoma. Although I believe the dealerships have now changed their philosophy a little bit with that. You see, there's been a big uproar about dealerships adding money and only money to the price of these new vehicles, right? In other words, they'll tack on like $5,000 or something, or maybe more, and you don't get anything for it. Now what they're doing is they're adding options on. They're adding a whole list of things that can be anywhere between $5,000 and $10,000 in value. But there's a good thing about this, at least with my dealership, and I'm using the Prius again as an example. You can actually get rid of some of those things, bringing the price down a little bit. Not all of them, but you will be able to at least get something for that extra money that you're going to have to spend. And I firmly believe it's going to be the same way with the Tacoma. There's still going to be dealerships out there that are just going to add money to the price. You get nothing for it. But there's going to be a lot more that are going to add options to it where you actually can get something for that extra money you're going to have to spend. Next up, selection. You know, I discovered this again with the new car that I have on order. You kind of have to take what you get. You don't really have much of a choice as far as colors go. They have things already allocated, color is set, and you can't change it. It means you may not be able to get that cool new color that you want. In my case, I'll use the electric lime. I know that's probably not going to be available with the new Tacoma, but let's say I wanted something more eye-catching than that. You're going to be lucky if you're able to get it, because honestly, the dealerships produce cars that are bland because they appeal to the masses. They're kind of neutral, if you will. They're not going to produce trucks that a lot of people aren't going to want because they want to sell what they're getting in. So they're going to have white and black and gray and silver, maybe a red thrown in here or there, and very few of the others. You know, we have this new, solar octane or whatever they're calling it, as well as another color I think we saw on the Trail Hunter edition. They're pretty cool colors, but the audience is limited for them. Not everybody thinks electric lime is cool like I do. I still think it's a pretty neat color myself. I'd buy it again. Next up, ordering. You know, there's a lot of people out there, I think, that assume that you can go ahead and order the vehicle that you want and you're going to get it on a timely basis. That used to be, and still is with some of the manufacturers, a 6 to 8 week lead time. There is no way that you are going to order a brand new Tacoma and get it in 6 to 8 weeks. Now, that doesn't mean that you might not be able to snag one that's just going into production if you hit the dealer at just the right time, but you're not going to be able to walk in cold and have a truck that quickly. I'm looking at probably somewhere between 3 and 6 months, maybe longer, once that portal opens and you can actually order trucks to begin with. Now, there's a little caveat, an asterisk to this. Toyota is continuing with the manual transmission. I know from my own experience, I bought a manual Tacoma in 2020. I ordered it. from cold. Nothing in the pipeline. That was a little over 5-month lead time to get that truck. And I was told the reason is because Toyota only produces manuals like every couple months or every 3 months or something like that. So for a period of time, they're not building any manuals, no matter whether you order them or not. That means that if you get in at the very wrong, worst time, you place your order, they've just gone into their no build cycle, and you're not going to even start building, or they're not going to start building that manual transmission Tacoma for another 2 to 3 months, plus manufacturing time, which is probably about 8 weeks, let's say 2 months. So you're talking 5 months. Best case, probably. We still have the supply issues. I'm hearing that about parts and things. I was told that this new car that I ordered had some kind of campaign against it, and most likely that was part shortages. They didn't have everything that they needed to go ahead and finish the car. It had already been built, but it was missing something. Who knows? Lastly, what about third generation Tacoma value? Prices. I think we're going to see them inch up a bit. Now, are they going to skyrocket? Probably not. You never know. A lot of people will have you believe that they're going to be very scarce because of the V6 engine, the older transmission, the different body style, and that they're going to be in huge demand, and that's going to drive the price way up. Maybe in about 10 years, 5 years, something like that, assuming that this new redesigned Tacoma is a dog. But I don't see them skyrocketing. Now, it depends on your definition of skyrocket, I suppose. But for me, that'd be like, I don't know, 5, 10, 15 grand more than you can get one for right now. Now, I will say you probably will see some sort of a small increase in the beginning. You might see a couple of thousand, maybe a grand, something like that. But I do not believe that we're going to see some huge demand and skyrocket for the price on the third generations, if for nothing else than the fact that there are so many of them out there, right? I mean, there are tons of them. If they were in a more limited supply, we might see a little bit more, I suppose, as far as value goes and price increases. As far as me, you know, I'm looking to get one. I am holding out for the hybrid version. At this point, I'm being told, or I've read rather, that that's going to be next year. If I'm lucky, mid-year to late year next year. Hopefully there aren't any battery shortages or any part shortages or problems that really delay that. The good thing is we have the hybrid Tundra, right? The Tundra has taken the brunt of all of the experimentation and testing. So I'm thinking that should mean it's a smoother road for the Toyota Tacoma. Anyway, I think you're going to have a very difficult time getting this new Toyota Tacoma. I think you'll be lucky if you be able to find one. Leave a comment. Let me know if you agree. I'd be curious to know. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye.